Did he just read my mind?
Yeah, I love the Hollywood Show, and it's got almost like 5 million views on YouTube, so it is very popular. The Hollywood Show, because it combines the music with the story, and they do keep to it. They keep to the story, but they do it in a different order, and it is just really, really funny. It makes me giggle every time, especially when Jacob and Edward have their own like bad romance bits. They're pretty funny, and there's a lot of scenes in it that just make you laugh.
This is creative. That's the one thing we forget about fandom, that if you like, when people talk about fans, they talk about fans just as receivers of the message, as somebody who's being manipulated by, if you like, big industry to buy particular products and everything else. But actually the way that fans react to texts that they've got, and very often the bigger spoofs, the more meticulous the spoofs, the more technical detail, you know, imply that the fans themselves have a great deal of knowledge, but they have a knowledge in a way that's very much creative to send it up and everything else and to have fun with it. And I think that's one of the great things about YouTube, is that anything virtually now with fans or with people with any element of creativity can be sent up, so anything can become a parody. So you have lots of things like the Harry Potter songs and everything else. And I just think it's fantastic, and it's fantastic that fans have that site that they can share, if you like, the creativity with others. So, all power to YouTube's elbow.
I don't think too far. I'd love to go to a premiere, that kind of thing. And I probably, if there was like a word going around, oh, Rob Pattinson's in Swansea, I think I would be one of the first to run, try and see him. But I wouldn't be one of those, I don't think I'd go too crazy over anything else. There are some people who do insane things, and I'm not one of those people.
Would you go to Universal Studios?
Yes, I intend to. I want to go there. I want to go to Hogwarts.
Would you ever go to Forks?
Yes, I'd love to go to Forks. I would be one of those people who would go and visit every place on the map. I'm afraid to say that I have Google Earthed it a couple times, gone on Street View, but...
Like, would you ever go to Forks?
Yes, definitely I would like to go to the place where it was made, and just be so cool, that would.
So how far would you go for your fandom?
Pretty far.
Went to the midnight launch of the last book though, that was fun.
How many Apple products do you own?
How much do I own? I own one iMac, one MacBook Pro, an iPod, an iPhone, and an iPad on Friday. iPad 2 on Friday, I should say.
I have my necklace today, which is a golden snitch necklace, and it opens just like Harry's does.
Do you have any Twilight memorabilia?
I have, I got 2 things at home, which it's Bella's bracelet, which has a wooden wolf, and a diamond which Edward gave her. And then I've got Alice's choker at home as well, which one of the boys got me for Valentine's Day.
I have a Harry Potter binder with like file things in it, and I have a Twilight shirt and a Twilight mug. I used to have Twilight posters, but my brother kept defacing them, so I had to take them down.
But I'd definitely pay for a Time Turner, and like an acceptance letter. I'd love an acceptance letter.
Have you ever dressed up as a character?
Not yet, but I'm saving up, and I'm gonna get a uniform and wear it to college one day.
So how much are the uniforms?
I've seen them for the whole kit. You're looking at over £100.
I've heard someone that has drank animal blood to become a natural vampire and doesn't sleep at all.
That as a child I grew up with the phenomenon of the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and you became aware then, and I think the Beatles moved from becoming a live band to a studio group round about Rubber Soul album, and certainly by the time that they made Revolver. And that was basically because they thought, what is the point of appearing live when nobody could hear anything that they were singing because of girls screaming and over-the-top behaviour. But again, I just think that, you know, you were aware that it was going to happen, so people who turned up for the Beatles experience, the girls who turned up for a shared screaming experience in which they would all scream continually, cry. It was an emotive outlet, and that's always been the case. So although it may have been annoying for fans who might have wanted to go and see the Beatles to hear the music being played and everything else, I think, again, it's a sort of a natural outlet. I think there are certain elements of fandom that go over the top. I mean, we know the whole history of football hooliganism and people using football and everything else as a way, as an outlet for their aggressive feelings, and they're identifying with a particular team or whatever, so that they can get their kicks by attacking, you know, people who support another team. Because in reality, if you think about it, there's a great deal of difference between a Cardiff fan and a Swansea fan. In reality, it's the same type of people who, you know, are attracted to football and everything else, and yet is almost like the culture of animosity is built. It tends to play upon that sort of issues about taking things, fandom perhaps, a little too far. A perfectly natural, healthy mode of behaviour. It's an outlet.
Fine, it's very pretty.
Peace out.
Thank you, Dan.
I don't wanna be friends.